How you going? I'm Tyler. I'm Sean's sound engineer. We're doing episode 14 of Kirk Questions. Enjoy yourself.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 15 of Kirk Questions. Please excuse my sound engineer's little mistake there. He was not properly informed that we're up to episode 15, and we are in Geelong. We've got a bit of time to kill before the show tonight and thought that we would sneak into this lovely little lit up vicinity and do a questions for you all. So I hope you enjoy. Wish me luck!
Question 1
Number 1!
comes from Facebook and from another Sean.
Oh, you're joking.
Sean Donnelly.
Sean-o!
Double Sean's. Sean asks, what's the process slash inspiration for making up the epic music to go with your lyrics?
The process. The process is generally changing all the time for me, Sean. It's these days, well, let's go back to like early days. It started off as pretty much just sitting in my bedroom when I was 17, 18, 19, however many years old, with an acoustic guitar and a piece of paper and just doing it the old school way and just literally writing it down and working through it that way. And then over the years it's kind of developed, and nowadays it's much more about it's probably a little less spontaneous. Spontaneous, is that the right word? Spontaneous. Yeah, spontaneous. So it's a little bit less like that, whereas now it's more kind of I spend a lot of time just searching, I feel like it's just kind of like floating around, just looking for little ideas in my studio. I just sit there and literally I go from, I'll be sitting on a chair with my guitar, just playing away, trying things, and then, once that kind of that I feel like that moment is starting to kind of pass and there's nothing really coming to me, I'll just switch positions and I might turn my organ on and just start playing some organ stuff and see if I can find something there, and then I'll walk over to the piano and try something there, and then I'll go back to the guitar, and then I'll take it all away and just try and create something just in my head. But it's never the same for every song. Like some songs literally just come out of the blue, whereas other songs I have to just dig to China to try and find them. It's totally, there's no specific process. Like it's if you're out there looking for a formula, you'll never find it. Like it's just not there. Like it's just you just got to take it as it comes, I think, when it comes to writing, and just trust in the process of just continually searching. I think that's how I go about it these days. It's definitely, there's not a formula of right. I write all the lyrics and then I grab my guitar and I put music to those like there's no formula. It's totally random. I don't know, man. I just know that I'm always looking. I'm always like aware, like, and always searching for things. Like a good example, like the other night I went to see Joker, the movie, which was freaking amazing. Holy crap, Joaquin Phoenix. That guy is possibly, that was one of the most amazing performances I've ever seen in my life. And if that guy doesn't get like massive recognition for that performance, what the hell is going on? But anyway, I went to see that show and that movie, and the theme behind the movie, the character that he plays keeps on saying that somewhere along the lines of, mother always told me I was here to make the world smile, or something along those lines. I've got to re-watch the movie in order to like kind of take some notes, but I was really inspired by that character that he played, and it had me thinking all kinds of possibilities for songs. So that's kind of I think just to sign off on that question, it's just to always be looking, always be aware, that there's inspiration all around at every moment, and it's just a matter of how tuned in to those possibilities that you are. So that would be my answer to that one, Sean.
Question 2 comes from Jess Holt on Facebook.
Jess?
And Jess asks,
What?
I legit want to know what edible things I can plant as seeds right now.
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
Kirk's garden.
She's fallen for it. She thinks I'm a gardening pro. I'm sorry, Jess, I'm not. Like, I love gardening, but I don't know. Like, okay, I'm going to try and answer this as best I can, but please, by no means am I a gardening professional. What's that guy on like ABC right now who's like massive? Gardening Australia. What's his name? Don't know. Anyway, I'm not that guy.
He's not Monty Don. He's BBC, but Monty Don.
Monty Don? I'm not Monty Don.
Not Monty Don.
No, I'm not him either.
Monty Don is probably my favourite gardener.
Okay. Well, I'm not Monty Don. So I actually don't know, Jess. I do know that tomatoes are good for summer, right? Tyler, can you back me up on that?
Yep.
Cool. All right, that's good. Tomatoes are good. What else is growing well in my garden at the moment? I've got snow peas. Snow peas are good in summer. Tyler's behind the camera going, yeah.
I can come over there and help you.
Tyler, please, yes. Good idea.
Right, I'll just come and talk into the mic.
Yeah, cool. Tyler's going to help out on this one.
Hey Jess, your best bets in summer right now is probably going to be your zucchini seeds, especially straight into the ground where they're going to grow, will take off. Still got a bit of time, so get onto them. Capsicums, eggplants are great. As Sean was saying before, any kind of tomato, like your big trussel tomatoes, your cherry tomatoes. What else? You got any kind of beans, French beans, green beans, go for it. Lettuce will do pretty well.
Broad beans?
Yeah, I think you can still do broad beans.
Mine are growing, but they're not flowering at the moment.
They're not flowering. Mine have got a couple
They're not fruiting.
Yeah.
There's a difference between fruiting and flowering, right?
Well, the flowers become the fruit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of go hand in hand.
Okay, cool. Well, maybe there's hope there then.
There is hope.
They're flowering, but they're not fruiting. They will fruit.
They will become.
Excellent.
And the last one I'll leave you with is corn. Corn is a really good one to start from seed right now. It'll take off, so get on that.
There you go, Jess. I hope I answered your question beautifully for you there. Question 3.
Question number 3.
Yeah.
Comes from @WarrenMusic on Instagram.
Right.
And Adam asks, I'd love to hear about Conscious Records, how it started, why you decided to start it up, and all the little details behind it.
Good question, Adam. So why it started, how it started, well, let's go to why it started. Why it started was, at the moment, all it really is just a little label on the CD, which kind of represents, it's very closely connected to my brand, I guess, and just makes the CDs in very, it kind of just makes them look more like a finished product, I guess. That there's really not that much to it than that right now, but how do I see it going forward? Like, I would absolutely love to have, a label that's producing or releasing records for numerous artists, not just myself. That's a long way away right now, but that would be a dream, absolutely, is to be releasing records for other artists and representing those artists in their creative endeavors. But at the moment, like, it's literally just a label to chuck on the CDs and the vinyls and to connect to all the releases that I'm putting out at the moment. So that's all there really is at the moment. It's not that much more to it. I hope you weren't expecting it to be like that I'd bought myself an office in a high-rise building in central New York, and I've opened this label and we've got 60,000 artists on it. It's just not like that at the moment. It's very, very small, literally just a piece of artwork on the record at the moment. Yeah, it's piece in the pie of a business, I guess. I guess that's probably the best way to put it. Just what's like, I'm trying to think of like the right term for it. Like it's like a like when you have multiple, like you have an ABN number, but you have multiple not labels, like multiple
like business names.
Brands, like business names connected to it. I don't know what that's actually called, but that shows how business savvy I am. But anyway, that's pretty much all it is, Adam. It's just at this stage, it's just a piece of artwork on the records. It's just the beginning of hopefully something that just evolves into something magnificent.
Question 4 comes from @TracyBarnettMusic on Instagram.
Tracy, all the way over in the West.
I think Tracy has been a regular question asker as well.
Tracy is such a champ. She's an amazing artist from over in Western Australia, and she's doing crazy hard yards at the moment and has so much passion for her craft. It's beautiful to watch, and I'm sure she's going to do amazing things.
It's pretty lovely.
Anyway.
Anyway, well, Tracy, all lovely things that Shauna said about her, has also asked a question, and she's asked, "What's your best tips to handle anxiety and panic attacks?"
Great. I've definitely had been through this personally. Like the most recent panic attack that I had was not that long ago. Actually, it was a couple of years ago. Shortly after I'd started seeing my psychologist and talking to them about the depression and anxiety that I was going through, and I had this experience where I was on a plane. I think I was flying from Brisbane to Melbourne, back from a couple of shows. I'd probably had not a great sleep the night before. I'd probably got back from the gig at 2 a.m. and then we had to be on the plane at 8 a.m. or something ridiculous like that. And it was I think we're about halfway through the flight, maybe a little bit less, where I started to feel like I couldn't breathe, and I'm 38,000 feet above the ground. That's not a good feeling when you're that high up. And I think, my head just got, once you're at that point and you feel like you can't breathe, it's very easy for your head to take over and start making all these assumptions that, that the pressurization in the plane is not working or something like that. And that's what started happening. And so instantly, it felt my body kind of going into panic, and the feelings of anxiety, where you've got the pins and needles and all that kind of thing. And at that stage, I hadn't really built up some of the skills to deal with that I have now. So I just had to kind of get through the whole flight. For some reason, the flight attendants didn't offer any oxygen, which still blows my mind. They just kind of asked me to sit back and try and relax, pretty much, which I got there. I got to Melbourne, and anyway, that's my most recent experience, and if I went through that now, I know how important it is to breathe in that situation, and to try your best to connect with, to get away from all the crazy assumptions that your head is trying to instill, and just connect with the moment right here and now. So when I feel anxiety or panic attack kind of symptoms coming on these days, I know to breathe. Like that's the key to it all, is just big breaths to try and actually my friend Nathan Cavalieri, another amazing musician, said something really great to me once when we were having this similar conversation, and that was how important it is to breathe out. I think that often when we're in that scenario and we're in a panic, we just try and breathe in as much as we can. But naturally, if we're taking air in, we need to get rid of it as well. So these days, I would actually try and breathe out first. I'd try and push out as much air as I can. And then I think it's like the proven amount of time is a 6 second breath in. And then you hold on to that and you let it, and you release for 6 seconds. And you do that maybe 6, 7, 8, 10 times, however long it takes you. But I definitely know that definitely helps. Like the breath can essentially reset our nerves and and these anxieties and our brains even, I believe. So yeah, I would say breathing. Just breathe, and remember to breathe out. Remember to breathe out. Like when Nathan said that to me, I was just like, oh, made so much sense instantly. So yeah, breathe, and remember to breathe out. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out, 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out, until and just connecting with the moment. So maybe start focusing on things you can feel, like physically, like if you're in a seat, can you feel the leather on the seat like sticking to your skin or stuff like that? Like just trying to just really connect with the moment and get away from all that's going on in your head at that time would be, I know that's easier said than done, but that would be my piece of advice for handling that situation.
Last question.
All right, I just need another triple shot.
How's that heart?
Heart's good. It's pumping.
Alrighty. The last question comes from Mason Rack on Facebook.
Another amazing musician. Mason's from up in the Gold Coast. I haven't seen you for ages, Mason. I hope you're doing well.
Well, Mason asks, who would you most like to tour with?
Good question. Instantly, I think Bruce Springsteen would be my dream. Absolutely. But, you know, there's like a never-ending list. Gary Clark Jr., the Black Keys. It's never ending. Like, it's literally never ending. Like, the Teskey Brothers, who are killing it at the moment. Who else? You, Mason, let's go do a tour together. Just whoever. However, whenever, would be my answer to that one. But right at the top of that list, to be honest, would be Bruce Springsteen. That would, and the E Street Band would just like top it off. I just admire the guy and all that he stands for, and all the amazing art that he's created over the years, and the amazing shows that he puts on, which still to this day is the one that I saw a couple of years back was the best show I've ever seen. And you know, it's a bunch of 60 pushing 70-year-olds on the stage standing up there for 4 hours, you know, and it was way better than any, you know, young energetic 22-year-old I've ever seen on stage. It was incredible. So my answer would be Bruce Springsteen. Bruce, the boss. Thank you so much for watching episode number 15 of Kirk Questions. You got to meet a little bit of the team that I've got around me at the moment in this episode, which was really, I love that. And we actually, I actually hope that we can find ways to include them in a few more of these videos that we're putting out to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your questions. Some amazing questions in that episode that I really enjoyed enjoyed answering, and I hope you guys got a lot of value out of it. Thank you so much. If you've got a question you want to ask it now. Drop it in the comments below and we will get to it in future episodes for you. Thank you so much for watching.